Hello,
You
Sar.
have waited patiently, girl.
You on mute. I think you're on
Turn
mute.
your mic on.
Okay, y'all hear
Oh,
me
there
now?
we go. Hey,
Okay,
there you go.
I'm not savvy. I was on my phone at first and I had to get on my laptop because I'm not good with this type of stuff. So
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Well,
fine.
you
um
made it. That's all that
I made it.
matters.
I'm here.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
Where
So
I
you
figured
calling
it
us
out.
from?
Yep. I also want to say that I'm really nervous because I've never done anything like this before. I never went live, so I'm not good at
We,
talking about myself. So ask me
listen,
questions and I'll answer
we
them.
just having a conversation.
Okay.
Don't nobody don't nobody know you like you know you. Can't
Yeah.
nobody tell your truth and your story like you can. And
Yeah.
there's no
exactly.
need to be nervous. We just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your
Okay?
names, by the way? I love first name basis.
My name is Dorshima.
And I'm Rob.
Robin Dershima. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Dershima. So I don't know who responded to me. I sent a message to you maybe like a few weeks ago
Okay.
um
On which platform?
on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
It
you a
most
message.
likely was me. It was
Okay.
probably me.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
okay.
you wanna you was gonna try to make me remember what we talked about.
Yeah. So
You
what
don't
what
have
this
to. We gonna get into it.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm
We just gonna
sorry,
let
y'all.
it flow.
Excuse
Cause
me.
girl, we get thousands of
Yeah.
messages, so it's gonna be
Every
I
too
know,
single
many.
I
day.
know. That's why I was like, she
Yeah.
probably not even gonna know.
We
But
probably would once we get the story going.
Yeah,
yeah,
We remember everybody, but
yeah.
just not off the back.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but so where you from?
I'm originally from New York, Rochester, New York, but I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many kids do you have?
I have two I have two kids, a daughter. I have a 22-year-old daughter, but this is about my 9-year-old son.
Okay.
Okay, so
This
you
is why I
have
reached out. Yeah.
two kids and two different men.
Yes.
Okay, so it's your second baby daddy that you like. Who's the
This is
deadbeat?
yes, yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't even like the term deadbeat, but yes, that's what this is. So yes.
So you're saying that it's a deadbeat situation. That's how you want to answer the
Y-
question.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. But
So
when I get into
9-year-old
it, it's not
son.
really like a deadbeat. It's because again, like, it's more about me. Like, uh, just ask me the questions. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm
So
so
We
weird
finna
with
rock
this.
out.
so
Okay,
if it's not a dead, were you guys in a relationship
we were
situationship
we were in a relationship. We were in a
for
relationship. We
how
were
long?
in 10 years.
Okay.
We
Okay,
were
so what went wrong? Like, how did y'all split?
um. So when we first met, oh my gosh, when we first met, we kind of met in the streets doing things in the streets and stuff like that. And we kind
Okay.
of bonded. We kind of bonded on that kind of lifestyle or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, so what happened was after I had my son. So this was back in 2012 when we got together, and I had my son in 2015. So after I had my son, I decided I was like, I'm done with the bull crap. I want to
Mhm.
just start. I want to get me a job. I hadn't worked before like that, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get me a job and try to do things right. And he didn't want to. He didn't want to do that. He
Okay.
wanted to keep doing the same thing, and I was trying to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So um, hmm, that's kind of where the issue started. But I still, we still try to work it out. Let him do what he was gonna do, and I just work my job and whatever, and did kind of went in the straight and narrow. So that's kind of where it started to
To go left for
go
you
left.
guys.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
when you reached out to the platform, were you reaching out to ask a question?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to what I messaged you originally.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about I gotta go to it. I had reached out because we haven't been together in years now. Like it's been like maybe 3 years we haven't been together. Like we did reconnect. He did end up going to prison in the beginning of 2020. And
Should have listened to you.
huh?
He should have listened to you.
And change the
Right.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Exactly. So he ended up going to prison. We weren't together before he went because at that point I was just like, I don't want to do it anymore. So he ended up going to prison, and when he got out, um I I reconnected with him. I got back with him because it was a trauma thing. I had just lost my niece. She was just killed. So, well, she wasn't killed. She died in a car accident.
Oh,
And so it was
sorry
like
to
a
hear
trauma
that.
thing. We kind of got back together because of my trauma, and it was something familiar. And he knew her and stuff, so we kind of got back
Yeah.
together in that sense. And we got engaged for the second time. And after like a month, I was just like, it was just the same thing with him. Even after getting out of prison, by this time, his son is 8 years. No, 2000. So what? 7? Yeah, 7 years
So
old.
how old was your son when y'all split?
Oh man, the baby. He was 2. He
So
was
he
2.
did. So he
Hmm?
did like 6 or 7 years in jail.
No, no, no. We weren't together when he went to.
4 or 5.
Oh, okay,
We
okay. So
weren't
y'all
together.
split.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
yeah we weren't together. So we got back together after he got out because it was like a trauma bond kind of thing. Like I got
Yeah.
back with him because I had lost my niece, and it was just something familiar. So we got out, we got engaged, and then I called it off. I was like, I just can't do it. I just came to my senses after I went through my grieving process. I was just like, yeah, like no, like we can't do that.
Right.
And then I waited a year, and I got into a new relationship, and maybe this might ring a bell. I forgot your name, but
Dorshima.
Yeah. So I got
Just
into a
call me. Just call me Shima. It's much
Shima.
easier.
Okay, that's better, Shima. So I got into a new relationship, and this is the issue I have. So I got into a new relationship. I've been with my new guy for next month to be a year, and um he's not happy about it, I guess. Like he's angry about it because I'm not with him. I moved
I
past that
remember.
alone.
I remember
Yes.
now.
Okay, you remember
I
now,
remember
right?
now.
So it's that kind of thing. So he's been um and mind you, like I never
Talk
um
bad about him
I
and
don't talk bad about him to
yeah,
his son. I don't
yeah.
keep him from his son or anything like that. But his thing is, if I'm not with him, he doesn't want to
That's
do
what
anything
no.
for his son
That's a
because
deadbeat, babe.
I'm not
Yeah.
with him.
That's a
You
deadbeat.
don't have to say it. We'll
We'll
say
say
it
it
for
for
you.
you.
You a
That's a deadbeat.
deadbeat.
That's
No,
a bitter baby daddy slash deadbeat dad because your son has nothing
to do
to
Nothing.
do
with y'all
with you
relation.
two.
And
Mm-mm.
he loves his father. He loves his father. And the sad thing about it is too is my son, I have to, and it's going back to the other young lady who was on. I have to tell my son, my son doesn't like to go with his father. Like I have to tell him, like, call your dad. Like,
No,
you know, you,
that's a good parent. We just had a conversation about this on I believe it was TikTok Wednesday, and the question came up. As do the custodial parents, which is you, encourage your kids to
Call their
call it
father.
that they did. Do you promote that?
yes,
And that's
yes.
what you're supposed to do as a parent. You don't, because you see the hurt in your kids' eyes. You there on a day-to-day basis. So a lot of people, they put themselves first and don't
Mhm.
think that they
Mm-mm,
should do that. So you
mm-mm.
absolutely not doing anything wrong in that sense.
I grew up without a father, so I know how important it is for, especially a son. I can't, I'm a mom. I'm not a man. I can't teach him how to be a man. I do the best I can to, raise him the best I can. But it's hard to have that relationship with him because every time I talk to him or try to get anything done, it always goes back to me and what I'm doing. Like, oh, you have that nigga do it. Like, won't he do it? Like
What? Come
that
on,
type of shit.
man.
And I'm just like, what? And then when my son
What?
goes, yeah, when my son goes with him, my baby calls me like I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. Like my son had a basketball game tonight, right? And his dad came. He hasn't seen his dad. He hasn't whatever, and that's not from my doing because I tell him call your dad. Like go with your dad. We just came from a vacation last week, and so I'm like, yo, call your dad. You haven't talked to your dad in a week. You need to call your dad. So he calls him, and his dad's like, yeah, man, I ain't heard from you, and whatever. Like, are you coming with me tonight? Whatever. He was like, yeah, dad, I'll come with you. And um, so we at the game, whatever, and the game's over, and he goes with his dad. Um, I have no problem with it. Like I said, I have no problem with him going with his father. So he goes with his father. But every time he goes with him, my son will call me the very next day, like early, like I like clockwork. My baby's gonna call me in the morning at like 7, 8 o'clock and say, "Mommy, come pick me up. My daddy's not here." He'll take him to his sister, and then he'll just leave
Manage.
and just take him to his sister. And
Yeah.
he's bored, and he's like, can you come pick me up? So I know he's gonna call me in the morning and tell me to come get him. So it's just like
Yeah, that's sad, man.
it's horrible. Like he doesn't, and I have to.
So
I'm, ugh.
so let me ask you this. How was their relationship when y'all was together?
When we were together, it was fine. He helped out. He did stuff for his son and everything, and we did have. And I hate to go here, but it had gotten to a point where when I started pushing away from him, he got upset about it and got physical, and I had to call the police a few times. Um, and then the most recent time, which I sent, what I messaged you, he was threatening me. He was threatening my man,
Threatening your
like,
boyfriend.
yeah, like he was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him, like, you know,
Unalive. You gotta say
yeah,
unalive.
unalive. Sorry, I'm sorry. See,
That's fine.
I'm new to this. I'm sorry,
That's
unalive.
fine. That's
I'm
fine.
gonna,
I'm
when I
new to
see
it too
him,
still.
yeah, when I see him, I'm gonna unalive him. So you can cry at his funeral, like all type of crazy stuff.
That's
I'm just like,
that's just too
what
much.
is wrong
How
with
old is
like
this guy?
36?
Yeah, man. He too old to be doing that,
So
man.
how does that affect your relationship with your new
Yes.
He,
Good
boyfriend?
question.
oh my God, like he hate, like, obviously I have to tell him, and but he's just like, I'm just telling you, like, I love you, I love your son. He loves King. That's my son's name. He trains him. He does everything literally for my son. He's like, but I'm not gonna let him threaten you, and I'm not gonna let him threaten me. So it, like, whatever he want to do,
Tension.
he,
It's
yeah, like
it's
he's like, I'm
it's
gonna
Yeah.
causing
You
protect you, and I'm gonna
problems.
protect me.
yeah,
He's like, I love your
you don't
son.
play with nobody life.
Has
Right,
he told you
exactly.
to pursue um
Any
any
legal.
legal,
I mean,
action?
I did get a restraining order. So I did do that.
Is
But
it a protective order or is it a restraining order?
it's a protective order. It's a
Okay.
protective order. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Because a lot of people don't know it's a difference between those
right.
two.
Yeah. So it's for me, but this is the thing that's crazy too, because my man, he won't even come to the games because, and I'm not gonna call, like, his dad comes to his game every Friday. I'm not gonna call the police if he's at the game because I want him to
Right.
see his son play. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna be that person. You know what I mean? Like, I want him. He loved to see his dad at the game.
Has your boyfriend tried to talk to him or have a conversation with him before?
No, no, because he heard
It's
how he
not
talked.
something that you think can happen. Because
No,
men
mm-mm.
tend to say a lot of things to women that they won't say to other men.
My
And
that
so,
And I'm gonna
I'm
tell you why is
scared
that
to
because
even for them to
if
have
you
that
dealing
conversation. If I'm being honest,
yeah.
if you dealing with two men that's
because my man is a man, man.
I'm gonna say that's about that life.
Yeah,
Men know that things can go left very quick when you dealing with another man that's about that life. Like two people that's about that life ain't finna have a conversation for too long. So they would sit there and have a mutual respect for each other and try to have a conversation. But a lot of time men like that just like to avoid it because it could go left fast,
That's what I'm
real
saying. That's why I'm
fast.
scared to have
But
them.
no, I'm sorry. What I was gonna say to piggyback off of him. Of course, you're scared. As women, that's the natural response. Like you don't want anybody to get hurt. You don't want to get
Mm-mm.
hurt. This is good for your kid. Like it's just a lot of stress
That's
to even think that somebody
Yeah.
can be harmed. But the reality is, I asked that question because sometimes when that's possible, it just gives a sense of security because men know men. And if he
Mhm.
really was about that life, he wouldn't be addressing you. He would address directly to that man if it was
Right.
that type of thing. And so I just asked because your man probably knows if it's a true danger or
yeah.
not.
He know
And
if
so
you.
he's
Yeah,
gonna he's gonna
that's
move a
true.
certain way because it's just not even worth the hassle because it's just he needs to get out his feelings. It's like dealing with another female. He's in an emotional state where you have to send threats to the mother of your kid through her to another man that has not done anything to you because
Nothing.
as far as we know, you guys were already
That's true.
separate. So what did this man do to you? You should be commending him for being a good role model or father figure for your son.
Exactly. Exactly.
Especially when
It
you're
shouldn't
not
be
the
a
one that's
problem.
stepping
And you're
up.
not doing it. He
What is
trained
the
him.
problem?
Right. He trained him. Like, I don't understand. And it's really like, I'm gonna get emotional, but it's really hard because I know how much my son loves his father. So it
Yeah.
really hurts that he
He's
can't.
hurting him.
Yeah, and it's hurting my son. Like, it hurts my son. Like, and he sees me upset, and I'm trying to keep the peace, and,
Composure, for
like,
sure.
and keep my composure. And I don't want to call the police and do all those things. Like, I want him to be able to see him. I want him to be able to go to his games. Like, I want him to do those things. I want him to be with his dad. And then he gets mad at me. He blames me for my son wanting to leave him. Like, when he does it, first of all, you're not there. When I go pick him up, you're not even there. So why?
Why would he want to stay? He
Right. Why
wants to
would
be
he
with
want to stay?
you.
He comes with you to spend time with you.
And I'm quite sure that you expressed that to him before.
I have, but he just flips it. He just turns it into
So
me. Like,
yeah, that's what they do. So do y'all have a court order?
no, I haven't. And she mentioned that too in the message. She told me to do that whole thing, whatever.
Yeah,
I
you definitely was just completely at your wits end because
I'm
it's very
done.
hard. Yeah, it's hard to in so many words, she's like, do I just stop, you know? Because it's your safety, it's his safety, it's everybody's safety is in
Yeah.
question. And a lot of women do make this decision based off of that. And when it's like that, we don't have the grounds to tell you to do anything else because nobody wants to see someone get hurt unalive.
I don't.
Like no, we would never encourage that, right? And so you have to protect yourself. If it's a true protection, like we know in this situation that's I know when it's bullshit and when it's not. This
Right.
ain't that.
Right.
Do
And
you think he would talk to us?
No. I don't know, but I don't have we don't everything we talk about turns into an argument. So I already know something like this. I mean, I
well,
would
let me
love for
let me
him
ask you
to.
this, because I don't know, it just came to me just now.
Yeah.
You have these bitter baby mamas, right? And
Hmm.
then you have these fathers that try to be in their kids' life, and these women play games with
Right.
their kids.
Exactly.
And then on the flip side, you have mothers like you that try to encourage your kids to have a relationship with their dad, and then these fathers be deadbeats. So my thing to you is, won't you just try to go cold turkey? Stop trying to force and push the issue. Because I think that he's playing games because he knows that it bothers
I
you.
know. I know. I know. That's what my therapist said too. That's
Because they
crazy.
drive, they
They
drive it.
drive off your hurt.
It's never
It's
about
about
the
right,
kids.
it's about you.
It's
Cause I
about you,
cry.
and he knows you, and he knows you've been pushing. Go ahead, get to pick him up. He want to see you. He
Yeah,
knows that.
yeah.
But if you stop doing that,
And you know, it's very rare that we have to give this message. Even when I spoke to you in the inbox, this is not the dialogue we get, you know, on a regular basis. So people
What?
are
No.
probably shocked to even hear us say, you know, I wouldn't even be surprised if somebody would take this video and edit to say that we telling women to keep their kids from men.
I
But the
just
No.
say
reality
I wouldn't
is,
even.
right, I know. Of course, you didn't say that, but I'm saying you know that people have a way of just editing things to make it hurt a platform that's strictly for kids to do the
yeah.
right thing, right?
Let me clarify that. When I say you go cold turkey, I mean you not. You stop
Making
trying to
the
be in the
effort,
middle
putting
of
the
it and
effort,
putting the
yes.
effort of it. If he want to come see his kid, the door is always open. But you don't have to
Push it,
push it
force it,
and make it happen.
yes. You
That's
don't
what
have
I'm
to
saying
force it.
because I think he only do that because you the one in the middle of it doing it. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the whole, you know, I'm gonna do this to you and I'm doing this to him. Like, what is driving that emotion? Is it just random if you say, hey, are you gonna come get your son, or are you gonna, like, how are you getting to those places where he's going that far?
Yeah,
Because
that's a good question.
a person that is just unhinged
It's
to
always
send threats like that, it's not worth the effort,
I
right?
don't know
So
because I don't know. I like literally I will call him. If I call him now, it'll turn into like, oh, if I call him and say, what the baby doing? What you doing? Like, where you at?
yeah.
Like,
Mm-mm. You it's a tormenting cycle. At some point, and you're in therapy, so it's nothing we could really tell you that you probably haven't even heard already, right? Because we are not therapists, we are not attorneys,
oh
we
yeah,
just
I'm
regular
yeah.
ass people
that
that
just
been
been
through this
through
stuff. So
for
we gonna
real.
tell you the raw, uncut, 100% truth of what we would do and what we've done
And
and
what
what we
we
think you should do.
hmm
I want
Like
to
he
leave that
said,
door open, but I can't have him like. Let me tell you, and this is so mind you. I'm gonna say this. I do get child support for him, right? It's $60 a week. He got a job maybe like a few months ago, and because insurance is just too high. My insurance in my job, like adding him, so it's just really expensive. So he's on child support. I get $60 a week. My son is 5'1". He's 9 years old and he's big. He's stocky, so he eats that in a week. I don't stress it. I don't ask for anything else. Like nothing. We just get home from the game. I pull in my yard. He pulls up behind me. He got his son in the car. He pulls right up behind me real quick. Hey, get him some clothes. He needs clothes. Mind you, I packed him a bag. Get him some clothes. Get him something nice to wear tomorrow. Like whatever. I was like, go get him something to wear. Like why do I have to get him something to wear? He's with
exactly,
you. He's with you. You go get him something to wear. Why do I have to
exactly,
do it? And I went in my
man.
house and I closed my door. Like, what are you talking about? When he's
don't
with
tell
you,
us because
yeah,
you get child support.
$60 a week. But
Man, it
it's
don't
fine because
matter, man. What he do it when he had a kid, he do what he do at his
Right.
that's his
house. And
only
when you
child
have,
too, by the way. His only
and,
son.
oh man, that's sick.
It's all about you.
You need
So
to,
you
yeah, you need to parallel parenting. Have you ever
That
heard of that?
she told me about parallel parenting. Yes.
Yes, that's what work great in your situation because what that do is it limits the conflict between you and him. You don't have to
you don't feel obligated. You don't feel responsible. You don't feel
Exactly.
that
Like
guilt. You have
exactly.
to release that guilt. This ain't on you.
I do it for my son, honestly. Like I do that for my son. Like I don't want him to see us,
No, but believe it or not, he is seeing it.
And
He see you
and
upset after
I
y'all.
do
He's yelling at you.
everything for him. Everything. Everything. Even down to the back. Everything I do
Man,
for my
that
and you continue to do that because
of course.
if that man never ever do anything, that's still your child. That's still your
That's
baby.
my baby. Like, yes, I'm never gonna stop being a mom. Like I'm
pour
never
like I tell everybody that's in your situation. Pour into your household. You got a good
yeah.
Yes,
man. You
because
got a good
Yes.
man,
this is
right?
controlling your life.
You got a good man. He's there for your son. He treats your son like your own. That's what you focus on. Don't focus on him. Text him only. You coming? Okay, no, because when he looked real stupid trying to be aggressive talking in a text message. That way you limit the assets, so you ain't got to get upset. Your kid
Yeah.
don't have to see you upset, and then it can still be a good dynamic because he have a father figure that's right there with him.
Yeah.
So just focus on that. Stop focusing on him. You got to take the focus on him and pour it into your kid. You think you're doing it for your kid, but really you are focused on him not being a good father.
and
That's
and
really what you're doing.
and you doing his part. You trying to do his part and your part. You cannot do both of y'all part. That baby is 50% his. If he don't show up for his son, that's on him.
Yes,
You cannot carry that weight.
you can't.
You do your best to be a good mom. You have support. You raise your baby right. You don't carry the weight of what this man is not doing or doing. That's not on you. He is not your partner. He is not your father. You don't worry about him
Because one day he gonna
because
have to answer to that.
he's definitely, you're giving him life. It's time to cut off the
Yeah.
oxygen supply.
He's two in your household. He's too
Yes.
involved in everything. You know,
It's
he can
sad.
get no, he shouldn't. You should be so emotionally disconnected
Disconnected.
from him.
I
Like
know.
seeing you shouldn't be crying right now. Not that I'm saying not saying that you it's not okay for you to cry, but I'm just saying like when it comes to him and the things that he's doing, what he's saying to you, that shouldn't get you upset.
Yeah, it's
I
He's
know.
too involved.
you gotta accept it. You gotta accept him for who he is. You have to accept the reality. It's a reality.
Yeah.
This isn't something that you, yes, we all look for change, we all hope for change. But when you realize that this particular person, this is who they are gonna be, you accept that and you move on.
Yeah.
And your kid will get the very best of you. You cannot control what his other parent is doing or not doing. That's his part. That's his portion.
I
If you
know.
don't want to pursue anything else, just try parallel parenting and let go.
Yeah.
And I believe, if I can't remember, I told you what I told you, and I still stand on that. On top of everything we've said today, it's time for you to move on. It's not on you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you can't be stressing out, and I know that make your boyfriend feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he be so mad and he get mad.
Yeah,
I'm an emotional person, so he gets mad when I cry. You know, he hates it. Like
That's
he,
imagine how selfish that is.
I
And I
know, I
and I'm
know,
not and I'm not judging you. I'm not blaming
I
you.
know it's selfish. I know it's
He
selfish.
don't deserve that. Like he's
Mm-mm.
pouring into y'all. He's showing up for y'all. He don't deserve to see your hurt from
I
somebody else
know, I
that ain't
know,
worth it is
I
his
doing.
know.
life in danger.
Yeah.
Like you don't even want
And
to.
he's still with you.
Yeah.
So he's a keeper. Cause anybody threaten my life, I don't know.
Oh, how many times he's like, yo, I will
Okay.
pull up
He's
on
a
him. Like, do
life
you want me
threatener.
to pull up on him? And I was just
What you
like,
talking about?
"Mm." Like, no, don't do it. Like, I just, like,
Yeah, no. Like maybe one day it'll get better. But until then, just think it never will. And you have to move accordingly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Show up for your baby. You doing a hell of a job. And it's only been 20 minutes that we known you. That's all we need.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
do pour into your baby, man, and
Oh,
you
he the happiest kid.
cut
He,
that off. You got to
yeah.
cut it off. You got to let him show up if he gonna show up at this point,
And if he
because
don't, then
because
fuck him.
because
Right.
you cannot raise a young man to be
I can't. I'm a
a
woman.
man,
I can't raise him to
but
be a man. But he
but
has
you
a
have
man.
but you
He has a
have but
man.
but you have
And
somebody
he's
there that
like,
can, and you can
yes.
raise him to, and you can help raise him to be a good person, and he
Yep.
can teach him how to be a man. So focus on that, and if the father won't be involved, and sometimes they do come around when they
That's what
get
I'm
cut off.
saying. Like, how do you
But go ahead.
how do you do like how would that work? Like, like it like
As far as what him changing and then you opening the door again to give him another chance, is that what you're asking? How does that work?
Yeah, with my man, like, and then him, like, if he
No,
decided
listen,
one
I
day
would
that he
never.
wants
Yeah,
to.
parallel parent. I would never give him another
Right.
chance to you,
Right.
No, no, no,
emotionally
no.
or
That's
nothing.
that's over.
Anything that comes from this point on that's
Has
strictly
to
about the
be.
kid through a text message, parallel parenting.
Y'all literally have to move like your life is in danger.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
And,
like,
and if you really, really, because the reality is, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck, I'm gonna keep it
Nope.
100.
I won't take it no other way.
People that we have been with,
Hmm.
we would never think they would do the ultimate. We would never think that they would go that far. It's a lot of people that aren't here with us anymore because they just did
Because of
not
that. Hmm.
think that this person could go that far. Once you got it in your head, okay, yeah, I really, really know that this person will do this. I
Hmm.
believe it. I feel it. I have fear. You move accordingly. So
Yeah.
you never put your own life on the back burner for somebody else bullshit. You have to know, okay, listen, I love my son. I'm looking at him, this hurt. But what will hurt more if you weren't here anymore?
Right.
So
yeah,
Right.
that supersedes everything. If I even think
Absolutely.
about somebody saying or thinking that they gonna hurt me, I don't care how many babies we have together. No.
Mm-mm.
and
Me come before that, because if they don't have me, then what they really gonna have?
Right.
yeah,
If you not showing up and doing your part. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think you just gotta I think you gotta start viewing it from a perspective to imagine your son without you. Not
Hmm.
without him, without you.
yeah,
Right.
and two, stop saving him. If your son go over there and he's there, I know it's gonna hurt because
Uh,
It's the hardest
you don't
thing in the
want your
world.
son to just sit there, but let him
Let him
sit there.
see.
Let him.
He gotta know.
He
These is
got.
his
Yeah.
people. That's his
I was gonna
people.
ask Shaw that. Like, am I doing the right
No,
thing
no, no.
You
You
being a
by
being a
mama.
mama, but you are doing
even
the
though he's
Oh
most.
threatened
no.
to unalive me? Am I doing the right thing by still letting him be with his father?
Yeah, but at this point, we can't do that no more.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
If you could sit on this live and cry like this, either you deserve a motherfucking Academy Award
Oh
or your
no!
ass is scared.
He's how
So
nervous I
one of
am.
the two,
Listen.
we ain't doing this.
Nah, cause we ain't trying to get no
You
article. We ain't trying to get
we
no
scared
text
now.
Uh-uh.
message. We ain't even finna claim
We
that.
That's who
have
I
to,
am
because if
naturally. I'm just
anything was to
no.
happen, how you think that's gonna affect us?
Yeah. Oh no, no,
Cause
no, no.
we have had people
Yeah.
that was borderline calling us at 1 o'clock in the morning
Mm-mm.
about the unalive day stuff.
Oh no, no, no.
So
I'm not. Yeah.
it's that
No,
real for
not
us. Not
you,
you.
I know. I
but
know. I
somebody
know.
even
Other people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
reaching those levels. This stuff, and it's so nasty, and it's so evil, and
It's
it's so dark.
it is
People
crazy.
don't understand how serious this stuff really is. They think we just get on here to just to. I don't even feel pretty. So you think I'm just getting on here to do what?
Me.
It's a Friday night. We could be in the
Right.
bed right now having some fun. But we right here because it's that important. They don't
It
get
is.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
real.
we gonna talk and we gonna keep talking and we gonna keep talking until we can touch every single person to understand how we had to learn the hard way.
Yeah,
Do what you gotta do for your kids. Do what you gotta do for yourself. But them other people, it's done. You can
Mm.
do
yes.
nothing for a deadbeat.
Cut them
We
off.
give them no life. We give
No.
them no nothing because there's no help for them. They have to want to change for themselves. And if they want it, they'll do it. It's not up to you to try to
To,
work through it, work with them. Yes, I know you that was the question I remember. Like,
mhm.
am I being wrong? What am I doing wrong? Like, but at this point, it's nothing more you can do. It's time
All
to
right.
move on.
Cut him off. Parallel parent. You want to see your son? He will be here at this time. Come get him. What do you have to say to you? You don't have to say nothing to me. You want to take your son and sit at his auntie house? Well, guess what? That's finna be his favorite auntie. Cause I ain't finna come over there and
Oh,
go
that is
crazy
That's
his
Travis
right.
favorite
no more.
auntie.
That's right.
Like for real. Like
That's his
now
people.
it might
That's
hurt.
his
It might
bloodline.
hurt you in the moment. Like, but let me tell you something about us. We drove all the way to Atlanta, right?
Mhm.
And the mother of my kids will not let me get my younger daughter, but she used to let me get my son. I told my son, and I told her and her boyfriend, that if I can't get both of them, I'm not taking neither one of them.
Right. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I wanted my son, and I
Yeah.
I damn near cried all the way back to Houston from
And he
Atlanta.
wanted to come with us. He was like, "Look, the
He wa-
fuck them,
That's
take me."
hard.
But
Oh man.
but that point had to be proved because you know
Mhm.
what? They play off of you being who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
They know you gon' keep fighting for that kid. You gonna keep going and keep trying. And I can
Mhm.
get it today. And they like fucked up. So now they wanna fuck yours up. No. No.
Don't let
Don't
them
get them
do it.
that power.
Don't let them do it because guess what? Your kid have two parents, not one.
Yep.
And
It's his
and and
it's
they
his
got and they got it and they got
responsibility.
to do it with it. If you want to pick his kid up and take him to his auntie house, guess what? Your son 8, and guess what? 10 more years he's gonna be 18, and then what you gonna be saying to your son when you got another grown man looking at you with a full beard? What are you gonna say then?
That's on him. That's on him.
Yes.
Live
Like for
your
real,
life.
So when my
live your
son called
life.
me in a few hours, just let him stay, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
let his ass stay.
Go out with your man. Go get
I
you something to
am going.
eat.
We are.
Take
We gotta.
that. Look, talk yourself down. He is gonna be okay. That is
Okay.
his family. That is his people.
Cause
Oh,
you
I
saving
know. Yeah.
what you doing is you saving the dead, and you kind of is doing too much because you giving him something to argue about. Oh, you want to take my kid? So
Right.
now when you
Oh, okay.
eliminate
I
that,
get.
now
Oh
you
my.
eliminate that.
He
Then
ain't got nothing to
now what it's
talk
gonna
about.
be?
It is not me. He calling me. Like I don't call when he with his dad. I
Right.
don't even
And that
call him.
You might as well. I ain't gonna say block him, but don't answer
don't
them
answer
phone
them
calls.
calls.
Send a text message.
I'm
Yeah.
Don't
busy.
even call
Right.
and ask for your son or none of that. If your son got a phone, you text him. Is he okay? You see his ass on the
That's
weekend when he
what you
come
really
back.
need to do,
I'm
low
telling you,
key. You
Okay.
need to get him his own phone, low key.
He
This
have
is the
one.
number for your son.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
he contact this number? Okay, if he don't do it, then that's on him.
Right.
It's right there. But your number, he needs no nothing of your
yeah. You
number.
tell
Yeah.
your
He
son, you write your number down on a piece of paper, son. When you want to call me, call me.
he got my
But
number. Yeah.
don't call his phone and checking on your son. Don't give him none of that. It's
Oh
just
no.
cold turkey.
I
It's
don't
cold
call.
turkey. Parallel parenting. It's no contact.
Yes,
He shouldn't hear your voice for another for
3 years
3 years
if
or
you
Oh
can
my.
help
when
it.
your
That would
son
be
graduated from the
amazing.
8th grade or something like that.
You better start moving. Y'all better start moving like
Like
y'all
for
in the
real.
Secret Service.
I'm telling
Cause
you.
at this point, he done made threats and did all this other goofy shit. It's
It's
time to move different.
it's that real.
Goofy, like really just oh man, and I'm but y'all right though. I gotta stop trying to be that like you want a relationship with your son, that's what you're gonna do. I cannot keep I can't keep forcing that. He has no
No.
idea what's going on with him in school, nothing. My baby's in so many programs, basketball, everything. He has no idea
He too
because it's
busy
about
thinking
me.
about you. Stand
It's
at the
about
damn
me.
sky. No.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Uh-uh.
go,
Mm-mm.
Nah,
so
don't even worry about that, man.
Yeah.
But we
But
thank
you
you.
know, we here.
I thank y'all
You
so
you can
like
reach out,
it
keep
took
us
me a long
posted.
time to I was like, okay, I built my courage up and I said, I'm gonna do it. And I saw y'all were live. I was like, let me go ahead and let me do this.
It's time.
We appreciate you.
Because
It's
yeah,
time.
Like yeah,
Take
I,
it,
I appreciate y'all.
internalize it. If you need to reach back out, you know how to find
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Keep us posted. We want to know. We do want to know. We care about your kid. We care about you. We care about what's going on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This isn't for fun. It's not. It's nothing
mm,
fun about this shit. I mean, it's just not.
it's
It's not.
not. And
And
It's
I
we
seen that
triggering. It's
comment somebody put
hurtful.
up and said something about he a clown. That's what his name is in my phone. Clown. So,
we we
right? Yeah,
Being the
that one.
savage, gotta move on, but he a clown.
A clown. And that's what
Hmm.
his name is in my
Mm-hmm.
phone. But thank
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
nah,
Don't attend the circus.
yeah,
No, no,
go
no,
Don't
no,
go
no,
to the
no.
circus.
I'm
pour
done.
into your boyfriend, and hopefully he be your future husband if he's good
Oh
as you
yeah,
say
it's
he is for
going,
you.
it's getting there. I'm feeling it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah, but you can't be crying over Bozo. You got to move on because you
I
do not want to
know.
lose your Bo ass for Bozo.
for either way, you know what I'm saying? He can end up hurting that man
Yeah,
or
we don't
something
want.
else. We
Yeah,
don't want
it's
none
not
of
worth
that.
it.
It's not worth
Y'all
it.
gotta literally cut him out. He gotta be removed.
You gotta
Yeah.
be. You gotta silence the clown.
Oh yeah.
So, so that's all. That's. I hope we were able to
Yes.
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
you. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that
You
did.
enjoy your
hope
Friday.
it was worth
I
it.
am. I'm about to go get into something down here in Fort Lauderdale. See what's going on.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a good one, Star.
Okay,
Good night,
stop. We
y'all.
rooting
Thank
for you.
you.
We rooting for y'all.
I just hit leave studio. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. You have a good one.
See you. Good night.